Hello everybody, welcome to BRICK HIVE. Thank you for joining me. So, the pen is not mightier than the sword. It's not my opinion. That's just for people that obviously have not been hit by a sword. But the pen can draw some amazing things. So that's what this video is about. Not necessarily the pen, but drawing amazing things. Some of you already know that I guess you can call me an artist, but I don't use it in any sort of a professional term, even though I have used it to make some money throughout my life. But I don't, I never pursued it as a job for different reasons. But yeah, so, and I don't draw as much as I used to, and that's also for different reasons. That isn't a whole nother story. I do have a lot of my artwork. Not all of it, obviously. Actually, probably a lot of people that are watching this video might have a piece of my artwork. Yeah, I have a lot of my artwork, and I wanted to go ahead and show it to you guys. Some of it I posted on Instagram already, some of it I haven't. Some of it you guys might have seen, some of you guys might not. So this video is strictly going to be nice things. Happy things. Not even if they're not happy, just nice things. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll probably make a few videos because I have actually quite a bit of artwork, but they're going to be separated into like two factions, and that's going to be the light side and the dark side. I say that because I like drawing things like flowers and animals. I really got into like hyper-realism portrait work. I really wish I kind of want to pursue that a little bit more, and I might jump back into it, but my hand doesn't work as good as it used to, so it makes it kind of difficult. But so there's that side, but then there's a side where I've drawn just evil looking things, whether it's just creatures or just images. Usually a lot of that stuff it's pretty abstract, but I don't know, you'll see it anyways if you want to watch it. So, alright, so like I said, this video is going to focus on just the nicer things that I've drawn that don't look like they probably give you nightmares. So, alright, let's go ahead and get into it. And, okay, so I know I said nicer things, and this doesn't really look like a nicer thing, but trust me, compared to other stuff I have, it's a nicer thing. So, a buddy and I, we were doing like these, I don't want to say projects, and I actually got lazy and didn't continue it. But so one of them was a self-portrait. So this is a self-portrait of me, but obviously I can't do anything just normal. So I decided to kind of make myself honestly, I know you think of Terminator, but I really wasn't even thinking of Terminator. I just wanted to do like just a metal skeleton underneath, and then it just turned out to, with the, just things that are more mechanical. So, but yeah, I was pretty proud of it though. I ain't gonna lie, drawing his hair, man, was not an easy task. Here, I'll give you a little close-up. Hair is really difficult to draw. Hair and fur. And a big reason is because, it moves in its own way, you know what I mean? And everything is just different. Fur, this fur is different from that fur, this hair is different from that hair, so, then a lot of people that don't do portrait work, I try and explain to them that things like the eyes, there's certain things that will really make your portrait come alive. I mean, shading and line work is really important, but I can't quite explain, when you get something just right. And, as an artist, you're going to criticize your own work. Any artist knows this. But, so yeah, that is my self-portrait. The first nice thing, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this back in the right frame. Okay. Alright, this next one is a portrait of my wife when she was younger. This isn't what she looks like now. I mean, she's, this is when she was a teenager. I think she was 17. The photograph that she gave me, because I told her I wanted to do a portrait of her. And I was like, I'll draw any picture of you you want. That's the one she gave me. She's so beautiful. I love my wife so much. So again, hair was difficult, and for the most part I was really happy with this, except for I don't know, I don't think I let it flow just the right way right in here. I think I just made it too straight, too blocky. I was perfectly fine with her face. I had no issues with that. I thought I did an excellent job. Something I was really impressed on that I did was her jacket. Now, a lot of people wouldn't really think about this, but as an artist, getting the folds, you know, the folds and the shading in her jacket, I mean, I'm telling you. And then trying to get it as realistic as possible and get the zipper, all these little bumps, and then see the ripples in her jacket. See, these portraits, they take a long time. I mean, I've talked to some artists where it takes them 18 to 20 hours or so to draw a portrait, like a hyperrealism portrait. And don't get me wrong, they're better than I am. Like, I'm good, I'm not gonna lie. I pat myself on the back, I'm good. But I mean, there's people that will knock me out of the water, and it takes them a long time. Like this, if you crunched all the time together, it probably took me a good solid 4 to 5 hours. I think my self-portrait I just showed you took longer, but you know, but it's just these very meticulous details. And something also I tell people is, when I draw pictures like this, not just when I draw pictures, but when I draw stuff like this, I focus so hard, you know, on these drawings that it's just mentally exhausting. Like, after I'm drawing this for a few hours, I literally feel like I've ran a mile. It's crazy. All right, so let's see what we got next here. All right. Oh, okay. So here we got an anchor. I was happy about this overall. The anchor turned out nice. I really liked how I did the color of the water in the background, and I left it open on the other sides. So like here and here, I just left it white, and I just had like this stream of this teals and blues and stuff. The only thing I really don't like about this is, where is it at? There's a piece, well, there's actually a couple pieces, let me focus first here, of this rope that I don't feel like I took enough time, you know, see how it's like bigger right here, like right here, there's another spot that will always kind of bug me, yeah, right there. So, but overall, I was happy with it. It was my anchor. Alright, this next one, again, you might not at first think it's a nice drawing, but it really is, trust me. I did a series of these drawings called Shadow Angels, and I basically did each one in a different element. So this one obviously was fire. That's why I said it kind of doesn't look like it's a nice drawing, but it really is. And I drew it a long time ago. A friend of mine, she like modeled the pose for me, so that way I had the outline. Something I really got into, that you probably could tell already maybe, is I really started getting into drawing feathers. And that's another thing that takes a long time. It's hard to maybe see completely, but there's a lot of lines in there. I don't know how close I can get without it not focusing anymore, but just a lot of lines, a lot of feathers. Like, that takes a lot of time to draw. And not only does it take time to draw, but then, you know, you gotta like figure out the configurations of them. So, you know, like how they go in like that. And by all means, I'm not perfect, you know, but yeah, that's just something that really takes a lot of time. I didn't finish all of the element Shadow Angels. What was the other one? I know I got air. Crap, I don't remember. I'd have to dig them up, but I know I did air. So, all right, I guess we'll just go to the next page and then move the book again. So let's see what we got. Alright, so again, not really nice, but if any of you like anime or the manga, this is Bleach. You know, from the show Bleach. I don't really follow it, but my buddy likes it a lot. Actually, I have a few friends that are really into it. I just wanted to draw it. I really loved the mask. When I saw this picture, I was like, man, I gotta draw that. So, but I just love that mask. I mean, I'll give you another close up here. I love the solid lines of it, and I love just the red. No lines on the red, just the red. Very cool. And this is not like this is not my original artwork by any means. I mean, this was already a picture and I just looked at it and drew it. All right. This is a friend of mine. She lives down in Florida. Very nice girl. Very nice. But yeah, I think this was one of the first like hyperrealism portraits that I did when I had like a dark age for drawing for a little while. Like I didn't draw for a good few years, and then I just jumped right back into it, and then I went hardcore, and that's when I really started getting into portraits more. And I think this was one of the first ones that I did. So then this is actually a copy. I gave her the original print. If anybody ever commissions me to do work or something like that, or if I draw something and they obviously just want to pay me for it, I'll give them original, and that's, I don't know, it just depends on the circumstance. So alright, so this was a picture, a portrait I drew of my daughter, and I want to say she was 4. God, it's been so long now. I'm pretty sure she was like 4 or 5. So, you know, again, this was one of the newer, when I had gotten back into portrait, or back into drawing, started doing portraits, this was one of the early ones that I did. And this was a real test for me with hair. Because Niall's hair is really curly. I mean, it's curly, but it's not like really curly, but she definitely has some curls. But most of her life, she's had very long, you know, she just has a good head of hair. And she has some bright blue eyes, so I thought it was really cool when I drew this, you know, black and white and colored her eyes blue. I thought that really stood out. Looked good. Love you, Niall. She's watching this with her friends. I probably embarrassed her. Alright, this was a portrait I did. This was actually somebody commissioned me to do this. So I went in one day to get some copies made, and I was copying some of my artwork, and the lady that worked there asked me if I could draw this for her son. I can't remember if it was her son or son-in-law and daughter-in-law, whatever. But yeah, they were getting married, and she wanted to give them something like original. So this was something I drew for her her children for their wedding. Camera's not really doing it justice. It looks better, but in real life. But I wasn't the happiest with this. But again, it looks much worse on the camera than it does actually in real life. The shading is fine. I don't know. Something's missing, and I can't quite place it. His clothes I did okay on. You know, I was satisfied with that. Some people that I've shown this to have mentioned that they don't think her neck like looks quite right, like with her jaw and everything, but I assure you, I promise you, I swear that's how it looked in the picture. So I was very happy with her face though. I really thought I was able to capture her expression. This isn't really nice, but it's not bad, so I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you guys. This is my mechanical jumping spider that is sideways. So I'm just gonna hold it up. Okay. I can't really hold it up. Alright. So, yeah, I don't know. I've been on this kick for a long time about drawing, like, cyborg bugs. I can't quite explain it. Just, I don't know. It interests me, you know. This was a jumping spider. So I was like, alright, let me give him, like, hydraulic legs, you know. That would, like, obviously make it be able to jump really high. And as with most of these cyber bugs, you know, I've got like little hidden things It's hard to see probably right here on the camera like this, but there's just little things throughout here that you could tell like it's something, you know, even like this is like either like a headphone or a microphone jack or something, you know, just little interesting things. Yeah. I guess it kind of complements my logo in a way, you know. I've got my cyber bee on my logo. All right, moving on. Okay, this is a friend of mine. I drew her. This was goodness. Oh man, 11 years ago, something 10. I don't know. It's been quite a long time, but yeah, I was very happy. This was one of the first few portraits that I was working on. See if I pull this up, you can see the hair is darker. You know, I forgot that the lines actually go a little fader with the light. So, anyways, what are you gonna do? All right, I'm not even gonna move the book on this one, but this is an octopus that I drew. Nothing too flashy. It's very simple. I actually took this picture. It was in a National Geographic or something. But I did like how the shadows kind of like hide a lot of it. But yeah, I was pretty happy with it. I don't think it was intentional about having this blotchy ink background. Do you know anything about octopuses and stuff? And you know, I'm talking about with the ink. All right, moving on. Yeah, I think this was some orchids that I drew for my mom. Yeah, it's sideways, so it's supposed to be like that. But it's just a branch, you know, with orchids on it. This was, again, one of my earlier drawings, so I didn't quite grasp realism like I did later on. But I was pretty happy, you know, like, that one was pretty cool, you know. And obviously, I've always paid enough attention to put, like, where's my finger? Oh, to put, you know, shadows in, try and make it more three-dimensional. So here's some more flowers. I forgot what kind these are. I just remember I had this big book of I can't remember if it was flowers in Florida or just tropical flowers in general. But yeah, I took a lot of pictures from that and drew a lot of flowers. Alright, and oh, okay, so that's it for that one. That's all in this book. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off now since it took a little while. I have more Lightside, or you know, nice drawings. I will get to those eventually. I think before I get to the next ones of those, I'll probably go ahead and do a segment of all the dark drawings, or some of the dark drawings that I have. And I will give everybody a heads up that they're going to be the dark drawings, so I don't scare anybody. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're not all like that terrifying, but there's definitely some that, yeah, they're scary looking. So, alright, I appreciate all you guys watching. You guys are really awesome. I love all of you. If you like my content, if you like my video, if you like my channel, go Ric Flair on that like button for me. Woo! And join the BRICK Hive. You guys have a great day or night. I'll see you later.